So we have Jeffree Star's ex-boyfriend who has spoken out in an interview and basically just exposed him.
I mean, so the thing with me, I didn't think that it would go viral. I didn't know anything really of it. I didn't really even know too much about Jefree. Like really, like with me, it's just like I was on Instagram. You know, we all be on Instagram, and I was just scrolling through my timeline. And
hey guys, it's Murad Muradi. Hopefully you guys are doing well today. Back again with another video. If you haven't subscribed, click that button guys for daily and consistent content. Head over to my Instagram and let's just get straight into this video. So he sits down, Jeffree Star's boyfriend with Jeffree Star's ex-boyfriend with Jason Lee, and I just feel like this interview was a complete mess. I didn't even like how Jason Lee was describing Jeffree Star. Granted, I'm not a fan of Jeffree Star, but to describe anybody as it, I think is derogatory. I think it's dehumanizing, and I think it's extremely unwarranted. I just don't think that that is what you need to do. You are somebody interviewing someone, but Jason Lee is incredibly messy as an individual, I feel, and I feel like he doesn't really have respect for some of for the people that he interviews, and that, the energy, it kind of just shows. And I just feel like it's just unwarranted to call someone as it. It's just weird. We have this interview with the ex-boyfriend, and even him, he doesn't know how to conduct himself. You can clearly tell that he definitely is a child. The mentality is very young, and he is, just very immature with a lot of things that he says or how he feels.
When I liked a couple of pics, instantly it was like a DM, and then we just started talking, and then like within 2 to 4 weeks later, I'm in LA.
I don't know if this interview was bashing Jeffree Star or his baby mother. This has nothing to do with your baby mother. I don't know why you're going in on her 24/7. It doesn't make any sense. And basically saying that, it was actually him that went on the Discovery Explore page. He liked a few pictures here and there. One of them was Jeffree's, or quite a few of them were Jeffree's. And Jeffree responded back to him and flew him out. And there they were, in his house in LA. He used Jeffree Star as an escapism kind of route because he wanted to get away from his baby mother because that was just too much for him. He did explain, when he was talking to Jeffree, that those two vibed together for the first 2 weeks. Everything went on great between them, but also went on to explain that Jeffree would use the N-word quite often. He would use it to describe or aim it at white people because it would make them feel uncomfortable and he wouldn't know how they would feel. He would rather use the N-word than other words, and he doesn't agree with that, the ex-boyfriend, and I mean, no one should. It doesn't make any sense for you to be using it anyways. But that in itself is what he was basically saying. I don't think he was really, belittling Jeffree or really revealing stuff as we thought. He's sitting there in some gown, which perhaps could be Jeffree Star's Versace gown, who really knows. But again, you can just feel like, his mentality is very childish, the ex-boyfriend, and he's not as grounded as you would think. He keeps taking the conversation to random stuff. They talked about their intimacy as well, and how they did try to get intimate, and it didn't really work out like that. That Jeffree definitely did give him, some good, but apart from going from the back passage, that in itself unfortunately was very difficult because apparently the ex-boyfriend was well endowed or something like this. They kind of I'm listening to this interview thinking, why do I need to know this? Why do I need to know about your intimacy and more? Or imagine, now that I have imagined Jeffree Star in bed, you don't have to imagine it as well, because I didn't want to imagine any of that. But now listen, now you guys are thinking of it as well, and we're all in this box of why. Because I feel like this interview was very random. It talked about different things. It kept going this way and that way and this way. It didn't really stick to what happened. I guess Jason, he tried to, he kept on trying to pull him back into talk about things in a chronological order, but this guy just kept talking about random stuff. And I just feel like, at the end of the interview, the guy and Jeffree Star are besties. They can ride off on a hill together. I feel like they're both just as silly as each other, and I feel like this guy doesn't really think for himself. And of course, we all know Jeffree Star is definitely a clown. Did you guys watch this interview? Because a lot of people have been speaking about it. I think the interview came out nearly a week ago, but I wanted to take my time. I didn't really want to just get into it straight away, but hopefully you guys have listened to it. But I just find it to be extremely weird, but it shows that obviously Jeffree tried to court him. Jeffree was the one that flew him out. Jeffree was the one that let him stay in his place, and he said that he was looking to vibe with him or something like this. And of course the guy is definitely DL. He's down low and he wants to be with guys, and he apparently had a relationship or something with EJ Johnson in LA. He's always wanted to be in LA. So this is just a rough quick roundup of the long ass interview so that you guys don't have to watch it because it is an hour long. But what are your thoughts guys on all of this? Subscribe to the channel, click that button, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.